Chapter 5. The After Drink. A night of possibilities with love poured slowly. Tonight had been unexpectedly perfect. For Jade, the gala had been a dream. But as she stood outside in the cool night air for a perfect ending, she found herself staring at Luckì, and then she realized the night wasn't over yet. It was just beginning. Her curiosity piqued. "Do you want to?" she started, tilting her head slightly. Luckì barely let her finish her sentence. "Yes!" he responded, his voice so eager and genuinely excited that it made Jade laugh. A real laugh. Not the kind meant for the cameras, not the one practiced for talk shows. This was unfiltered, raw, amused. She studied him for a second, intrigued. He was different. Unpolished, but charming. Simple, but captivating. He wasn't trying to impress her, which was impressive in itself. He wasn't over-trying. In fact, he wasn't trying at all. No slick pickup lines, no smooth rehearsed charm. Just Luckì. And then a thought crossed her mind. Was he single? Cursing herself for not asking sooner. "Shit," she muttered under her breath, realizing she had just invited him home without even knowing. As if reading her mind, Luckì blurted out, "I'm single, by the way." Jade's brows shot up. Did he just answer my thoughts? Either he was psychic, or more likely, this was fate working its magic. Perfect, she thought humorously. At least I don't have to be a homewrecker. He didn't second-guess it. She wanted to spend more time with him. They slipped into the back seat of her Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the plush interior wrapping them in an intimate golden glow. And then, enveloped in the back seat of her luxury SUV, something electric happened between them. They couldn't stop looking at each other. They couldn't stop laughing. They couldn't stop being themselves. They couldn't stop themselves. Jade leaned in first. Luckì followed. One kiss turned into two. Two kisses turned into a slow, drawn-out pull that neither of them wanted to break. The magic from the gala hadn't faded. It had only grown stronger. Somewhere between their playful exchanges, Luckì accidentally knocked over her Muawad 1001 Nights diamond purse. $3.6 million for a handbag. His heart nearly stopped. Who wouldn't be nervous around it? Luckì was wide-eyed, sitting up straight. "I swear on everything. I'll sell my soul if that thing's damaged." Jade, grinning, amused by his panic, she says, "Relax, it's fine. But if you did break it, I'd own your soul." Luckì grinning back in the most flirtatious way. "That's fair. I wouldn't even fight it." As he reached to set the purse upright, something caught his eye. A purple rabbit's foot resting against the white carpet of the Rolls-Royce. For some reason, he felt a weight in his chest. He had one too, but this wasn't the time to bring it up. Instead, he looked into Jade's hypnotic eyes and simply said, "Where did you get that?" Jade's expression softened. She picked it up, turning it between her fingers. "My parents' car wreck," she said simply. "It was in the wreckage. But I don't think it's lucky. I keep it close." For the first time that night, Luckì didn't have words. Instead, he nodded, feeling the weight of what she wasn't saying. He thought about telling her about his own rabbit's foot, about how he carried it everywhere, about how he believed in luck, even when life had been unkind to him. But before he could, the car stopped. They had arrived at her home. Jade had her choices. She could have sent him home with her driver, but she didn't. Instead, she turned to him and asked, "Would you come inside my world?" Luckì hesitated, just for a moment. Not because he didn't want to, but because something about this felt different. It wasn't just a casual after-party invitation. It meant something. And when she looked at him, waiting, he knew. "Are you sure?" he asked, his voice softer. Jade smirked. "If I wasn't, I wouldn't have asked." And with that, he followed her inside. Jade's home was a masterpiece. Ultra-modern yet warm, filled with soft, intimate lighting and an effortless sense of style that felt like her. To be in the presence of a woman like Jade Starr was surreal enough, he thought. But to be inside her home? That was beyond anything he could have imagined. The moment they stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted. The soft hum of music filled the air, adjusting automatically to match the mood. The fireplace flickered to life, bathing the room in a golden glow. The air carried hints of lavender, mint, and fresh lemon, a scent that felt oddly intoxicating. Luckì couldn't help but feel like he had stepped into another world. This was her world. Luckì playfully glancing around. So, this is what life at the top looks like. Jade raised an eyebrow. Expecting more gold statues? Luckì grinning. At least one. Jade chuckled, picking up her phone and sending a quick text. Luckì raised an eyebrow. Calling for backup? Jade smirking. Texting my chef. Luckì blinked. Wait, you have a private chef? Jade gave him a look. Obviously. Luckì laughed. Something about the way she said it was oddly adorable. They moved through the house, settling into a grand yet cozy lounge area. For the first time all night, they weren't surrounded by cameras, flashing lights, or expectations. It was just them. While offering Luckì a drink, Jade's eyes landed on a folded piece of paper left on the counter. Her maid, Lucy Zhao, had left her a note. She picked it up and read, Dear Miss Starr, thank you for having me. I hope your gala went well. I wasn't able to find the picture that you asked for from your childhood. There was nothing where you said it was. Nothing except the old doll and some of your other childhood memorabilia. See you soon. Sincerely, your maid and friend, Lucy Zhao. Jade stared at the words for a moment, then tucked the note away. She would think about it later. Right now, there were more important things. Like him. The house's smart line buzzed. It was Jade's chef, Benjamin Finnemore, arriving. By the time the chef arrived, Jade and Luckì had already settled into something easy, something fun. They turned on reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, falling into fits of laughter at Will Smith's antics. They talked about politics, religion, cultural beliefs, and iconic couples, naming all their favorites. Barack and Michelle Obama, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, A-Rod and J-Lo, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, George and Amal Clooney. Jade added, Can't forget the Beckhams. Luckì chuckled. Nor the Kardashians. Jade smirked. Do you mean the Wests? Then in a whisper, But no one wants a porno wife. Luckì laughed so hard he nearly spilled his drink. Then he says while grinning, I don't judge, but I guess you're right. Jade grinned also. Damn right I am. Luckì took a sip of his drink and leaned back. Then with his best straight face he said, Okay, but what about Stevie Wonder and his glasses? Jade burst out with laughter. She playfully shoved him, shaking her head. You're ridiculous, she muttered while batting her eyelashes. But they were inseparable, Luckì defended cheerfully. Jade's laughter softened as she looked at him. Yeah, they were. There was a moment, and in that moment, something unspoken passed between them. Luckì shifted slightly. Like my parents, he said softly. Jade's heart tightened. She felt the love. She reached for his hand and, without thinking, whispered, Or like mine. Their fingers touched and intertwined, and for the first time since the night began, they realized. This wasn't just attraction. This wasn't just a fun night. This was something real, and it felt like real love, and it was just the beginning.